and crew, back once again with another video, and I have been testing out the new, I've got track here by Dub 1 in the background, and I've been testing out the new Mackie big knob. So guys, I just bought this Mackie big knob, and I needed to have multiple monitors set up on 2 sound cards. So the issue I had with the PRESONUS, I think it's called a monitor station, is that it colors the sound, and as this is a passive knob, apparently it's not, doesn't use any power, it's just a volume knob, and it's going to come in like the TC Electronics but a volume button that I've got. I should be able to connect up my 2 monitors without it colouring the sound, and I've always been a big fan of Mackie. I had the Mackie 8 bus, and it was an awesome mixing desk, so I'm trusting that this is going to give me a sound that I'm going to be happy with. As you can see, it's a really nice piece of kit. It's got 2 source inputs, which you can see there, and it's got 2 source outputs. I'm going to plug my RME into one and also my UAD interface into here, and then I'm going to plug my KRK monitors into here, and then my Tannoy reveals outs into here. It's got a lovely volume button here, it's got a mute button, it's got a mono, so you can monitor your mix in mono, you can listen to your mix in mono. It's got a dim, and I guess the dim is probably just to lower the music down by X amount of dB, and you can select your source here, you know, from A or B. So it's going to be like, press that button for the RME sound card, press that button for the UAD sound card. This is awesome, and it feels really heavy. It's a nice piece of kit. Comment down below if you want to be entered into a draw to win one of these lovely bad boys here, and I will pick a random lucky winner in a forthcoming video. It's great in terms of sound. It doesn't mess with the volume of your equipment. It's got some great features on it. You know, you've got your source inputs here, you've got your mono, you've got your mute, you've got your dim, and you've also got monitor select. So you can have 2 separate inputs and 2 separate outputs with this thing. But I've got the same thing here, which is a TC Electronics Level Pilot, and this is a wicked little gadget. It sounds great, it's loud, it doesn't colour the sound. This thing here, not taking nothing away from Mackie, but I'm pretty shocked, because to be fair, the sound of this sounds much better than the sound of this. And I've heard people asking, does this colour the sound? And for me, the answer is yes. And I'm very fussy with these sort of gadgets. If you look under here, I've got a PRESONUS which was a monitor station, which was great features, great everything, but the reason why I'm not using it is because it colours the sound. Now I don't see the point of buying a fat sound card like the RME UCX, which, bearing in mind, I did give that a review once, and I put it alongside the UAD to Apollo Quad, and it took me a long while to get used to the sound of my RME, but now I've got used to the sound of it. I love it. It's a fat piece of kit. I'm not going to say to anyone, don't go out and buy an RME sound card, because the RME sound card is a piece of kit. Once you start using it and your ears adjust, it's the bomb. Now the Apollo UAD is also a fat sound card. Again, if you've got more money and you want the plugins, that's the only difference, that you're not difference in sound, but that's, if I was to compare the two, I'm back to kind of square one now, because I'll give both of them the thumbs up for sound. They both sound good, they both have their own pros and cons. But for warmth, I've got to say, I do love my RME. RME is my go-to. I've never even listened to the RME on the KRK monitors over there. It's always on the Tannoy reveals, and it does a bloody good job of giving me a nice fat sound. Now back to these gadgets here. Maybe I haven't had any sleep, I don't know, but these are not, this is not supposed to colour the sound because it's passive. The signal goes in, and I guess it just creates some sort of resistance here, and it goes out. However, this does the same thing, but for some reason This sounds better. The TC Electronics, whatever. I'm going to put it on the screen. This was 50 quid. This was, I think it was about £50. This was about £79. Now, there's a little bit of a thing with this. After a while, and I don't smoke in the studio. There's no smoke in here because they say smoke damages the equipment. After a while, you can't even hear it now, to be fair. You get this little crackly with these sort of knobs after a while. And that's the only thing I've experienced with this. Yeah, it's where it's been sitting there a while. See, this is not crackling now, and it was earlier. But I unwired it, rewired it back, and it's sounding better now. It's a shame, really, because what I really want to do is connect my KRKs and my Tannoy reveals on the same system. But what I'm going to do, you can see I've got my RME down there. So for those of you who think I'm talking crap, and I don't, you know, and I'm kind of biased or whatever, I've heard them all. I've got my RME there, I've got my Apollo there, I've got my big knob there, I've got my TC Electronics knob, and I've got my PRESONUS monitor station. Colours of sound, love the sound. Perhaps my ears have got used to this. Maybe it's me. If you've got one of these, and you love it, comment down below, let us know. Let us know if your ears have adjusted to it. But again, like I said, if I was to spend top dollar on a sound card, I want to get that pristine sound. I don't want nothing filtering it. It's important. So companies that are making all these monitor bits and pieces, if we could just get one that doesn't colour the sound, it would be amazing for sticklers like me. Don't believe the hype, folks. Take care. God bless. Peace.